So the founder and leader of Cardano came out and actually moved his Bitcoin prediction of $250,000 to a brand new time frame. I want to start this video with a clip from the founder of Cardano, what exactly his messages were, and break it down for you as to why he might be saying this. $250,000 Bitcoin by the end of 2026. Just listen to this beginning of this clip, and we're going to talk about it in this video in also conjunction with some of the other news that's happening right now and some of the comments that are happening across the crypto space. Smash the like button, subscribe to the channel. Let's listen to this clip real quick.
Markets go up and down, and crypto is not immune to the macro. We're still dealing with issues from the tariffs. We're still dealing with a great degree of economic uncertainty. Just this year was a little lackluster, but overall, I'm still very optimistic in the next 12 months. I think we'll clear most of this downside the next 2 quarters, and we'll be back up to $250,000 Bitcoin by the end of 2026.
So this is the founder of Cardano and his thoughts on where we are at in the state of the crypto market. And he just acknowledged that we are not immune to the macro downturn. The stock market's been coming down lately after really having a tremendous rally. It's been coming down. A lot of people are talking about that. There's been tariff concerns. There's been other macro concerns that he's acknowledging here. We do have a Fed rate cut that's back on the table, but you had a lot of people that were saying this time it's different, this time it's different, and a lot of bullish predictions out there, like Charles Hoskinson's, and he believed that it could go to $250,000 by the end of 2025, and here he is willing to change his mind. I think it's very important that people are able to change their opinion. At the end of the day, what we've been talking about on this channel is that there is a good chance that we could see a top sometime at the end of 2025. That was our original opinion. We even had that opinion despite the leader of places like Cardano, coins like Cardano, saying something to the opposite. Well, now he's on our page, right? I've been shorting the market. I've been playing to the downside. Here's a short on Solana, an altcoin that I like a lot. But I'm currently $950 in the profit on the Solana short. And I am still $5,000 in the profit on this Bitcoin trade as well, which is very exciting. And I absolutely love to have that going on. But I do have my take profit set as well. There's a chance that we could get a bounce, but I want to talk a little bit about some of the conspiracies going on and circle back with you on why Charles might be pushing back his timeline on this bull market. And if you guys want to do some trading, by the way, you can sign up for Blowfin using the link in the description of this video down below. When you do sign up for Blowfin using our link, you'll actually get access to this really cool campaign where you can trade and deposit to win bonuses, including a Rolex, maybe a Nintendo Switch. And when you do sign up for Blowfin, even if you don't deposit anything, you get access to our private Discord. Okay, so let's look at some of the things that are going on right now. I want to start, and we'll come back to Charles in a minute, but let's talk about Tom Lee saying that he knows who triggered the October 10th crash. Wow. A very bold claim. Now, for those of you guys that might not know or might not remember what the October 10th crash is, the October 10th crash was when $20 billion was liquidated from the crypto market. And this was approximately 15 or 20 times bigger than the FTX crash. Now, when the FTX exchange went under, it caused a massive cascade of liquidations across the crypto space, almost $2 billion in liquidations. On October 10th of 2025, we had an October 10th crash, which was about $20 billion. And there is no conversation going on about this right now outside of Tom Lee, who's just been in the headlines almost every single day. But he is saying that was due to a glitch in the system. That is the only reason the bull market is set back. And again, you got to know that him and his company are buying Ethereum aggressively. So it's to his benefit to be a moon boy on Ethereum and on crypto. So he's trying to find excuses. But this is a valid excuse. I have to give it to him. The October 10th crash was basically a manipulation event. There was probably, a player, and Tom says a stable coin on one exchange suddenly dropped to 65 cents due to a code error triggering ADL liquidations. He says he knows the people responsible, but refused to identify them. And the rumor is that it's Binance and CZ. You see a lot of people that, immediately come into the comment sections and are going to blame CZ. That's the rumor that's circling out there. Regardless if it's true or not, it happened. You have to know that the crypto market is manipulated. And outside of that, the 4-year cycle is still intact. Okay. So, on that note of the 4-year cycle still being intact, it doesn't really matter if somebody triggered the crash. The crash arguably would have happened anyway, for all we know, because we've got 4-year cycles, and that's just what we're kind of seeing right now. But I do want to tell you guys, this kind of message right now. And so, to the point of Charles, the head of Cardano, coming out and pushing back his timeline, that might frustrate some people. It's like, this guy changed his opinion, and he's been a very big bull, and he was wrong, and the market's going down, and we're losing money right now, and there's people that are panicking right now, and there's people thinking about panic selling. There's people that are doubling down and buying the dip right now. I want to talk to you guys about this, because regardless if the $250,000 price happened in 2025, in 2026, 27, or even now to 2030, there's a message that I saw from Alex Becker, which I like, and he's had some pretty crazy takes lately, but he said this: what if crypto was always going to work out and all you had to do was keep and do nothing? Ever consider that? Now, I don't feel that way about coins like, fart coin and whatever, whatever coin. I don't know. Those are just two random ones. Who cares? Memes are memes, memes pump, memes dump. That's just what happens with memes. Some stick around, some get another pump, some stick around for the next bull market, and some go away forever. What he's talking about here, and my takeaway from this, and my thought taken from this, is Bitcoin. Bitcoin is going to work out, I think. That's my opinion. That's why Bitcoin is always going to be a part of my strategy personally. Bitcoin is digital gold. If you can't notice that based on the way that the governments and everybody's talking about it, then maybe you're not paying attention, because there is a serious institutional adoption to the crypto asset class from some of the largest institutional investors. And I just don't see that going away. Now, we don't really have that for memes, nor should we have that for memes. But there is a lesson that I've learned from my early days in crypto that, when I got into crypto in 2016, if I had just sat there and done nothing, I'd have way more money if I had just done nothing. And that's kind of a true lesson that I want to talk to you guys about: is you accumulate the assets you believe in. I mean, I think Bitcoin's king. And then there's some others out there that you might want to get. Maybe that is Cardano or Solana or a Croco, whatever. It could be any one that you believe in. Hopefully it's not, fart coin or something like that. And who knows, maybe fart coin comes back up. But there is this reality of everybody's kind of waiting, biting their lip and nervous for, all these news stories to break, and this who manipulated the thing, and the CEO of the head of Cardano, pushed out his market, bear market fight. And we can get all caught up in these stories. And I think these are interesting stories to report on. But regardless if this market's going up or down, I'm just going to continue to zoom out, pay attention, know that crypto is here to stay, take advantage of the volatility, and trade the stuff. That's what I'm doing. So I'm in the profit about $1,000 on the Solana trade. I'm in the profit about $5,000 on this Bitcoin trade. This thing might come back up and get stopped out. Maybe we're going to have some kind of resumption this next week. We'll have to see, but maybe not. Here's the hope for next week: is there are Dogecoin and XRP ETFs that are probably going to be going live this Monday, it looks like. These coins are both still 81% and 50% below their all-time highs. And is this something that could, bring them life and wake them up? I would probably say, doesn't sound like Charles is too optimistic about it getting woken up. I don't think that these events are going to be the thing to revive the market. This could be some of the catalysts, though, to give us that dead cat bounce, that excitement, because we also do have a rate cut coming. There could be some buy the rumor leading up to that. Now we have these ETFs going live. We had a big sell-off. The crypto market is in extreme fear. So the reality for my trades right now is I actually am thinking about taking maybe some kind of maybe I'm thinking about taking profit on the Solana trade, maybe thinking about going long to kind of ride some kind of dead cat bounce back up. However, I'm not convinced on that yet, because I do feel like there is still potentially a little bit more downside before we get that bounce. I'm curious what you guys are thinking right now. given the state of the market and how you feel about that. And just a little news update regarding Cardano. Actually had an issue recently, suffered a chain partition after abnormal transaction triggered a code bug. Somebody said, quote, Cardano mainnet is down and nobody has noticed it yet because nobody uses it. The reality is nobody's really using DeFi right now in the grand scheme of things. The DeFi market is very underutilized because a lot of people are giving up, going away, believing it's a bear market. And I think that's the opposite of what should happen. I think as a bear market comes, the smart people come in and start paying attention and start licking their chops thinking, what can I buy at a discount? I know I have a few people in my personal life that are actually of that mindset right now that have been texting me lately. The Bitcoin crypto's on a dip. Should I be buying? And I feel like we are looking for buying opportunities personally in my personal circles. That's just the way we're doing it. Now, if you guys want to do some trading, whether it's over a Bitcoin or Ethereum or Solana or anything, if you sign up for Blowfin using the link in the description down below, you will get access to our private Discord. You don't even need to deposit anything, but if you sign up for Blowfin using the link in the description down below, you get access to our private Discord. There are some trade signals there, but you got to do your own research, and we'll continue to talk to you guys in that Discord and keep you posted with videos like this on YouTube and on all the variety of platforms that we're on. We're on almost all of them. I'll see you in the next one, guys. 2 videos here if you want to check them out. DCA HODL. See you next time, y'all. Peace.